Whose dream are you willing to die for? Is it your dream or somebody else's dream? What's up, it's Gene, this word to be great, and I'm here to help you go from feeling worthless to worthy so you can be more productive in your life. Now, the reason I asked you that question is because that was a question I had to ask myself back in 2016. You see, I was working at this major corporation. I did everything they asked me to do. I had this major workload and I was complaining about it was too much work, but despite that, they kept piling it on. And I kept doing the work. I kept working with my members. I kept doing the things they wanted me to do without realizing how much of a toll it was setting on my body. So when I got in the car to drive to go see my niece graduate from college, I felt myself lightheaded. And before I knew it, I woke up and the car was driving itself. You see, I had passed out behind the wheel, and it was so surreal to me because I did not believe that had just happened. So I went to a store, I got some water, I got behind the wheel, and I felt fine. But when I got about 30 minutes down the road, I passed out again, and I had to pull over to the side of the road, go to this little clinic, and it was a lady inside. She laid me down on the doctor's bed thing that he had, and she gave me some medicine. And after I slept in there for 2 hours, I woke up. She gave me some more pills. I paid them. I got back in my car. I started heading towards that graduation again. And then I drove on this dark road. I didn't know where I was at. And I found myself being lost for about 2 hours. I was on the phone with my sister freaking out because I didn't know where I was at. But after driving and feeling lightheaded and feeling sick, I got to a hotel. I stayed there for the night. And the next morning I got up again, jumped behind the wheel, drove towards the graduation, and I passed out again to the point I had to drive into a hospital, and they admitted me to the hospital, right? So when I get in there, they told me I was dehydrated. They told me that my body was not responding to the meds. It was something going on, but they didn't know what. So after they did many tests, they released me. I missed the graduation and everything. So when I sat at home in Houston, I was at my mama's house and I was thinking to myself, I am pretty much killing myself for this job. I'm doing everything they want me to do, and now it seems like it's costing me my health. So after I was in Houston for a while, I jumped back in the car and I drove back to the Dallas area. And normally that drive would take me 4.5 hours. It took me 12 hours because I kept having to, park on the side of the road, rest. I was feeling lightheaded. I mean, it was just an absolute nightmare. And when I got back to my home, before I even got back to my place, I passed out again to the point that I was in the car and somebody saw me. And when I went into the store, they called the ambulance. They came pick me up and I went to the hospital again. Now the doctor now told me, say, listen, man, something's up with you. I'm going to refer you to this cardiologist. So the next week I went and saw this cardiologist and he did all these tests on my heart. He made me do a stress test. And when I got my results back, he sat me down and he said, hey, man, what are you doing for a living? I said, well, I got this job. He said, are you under a lot of stress? I said, I'm under a lot of stress to the point I'm sleeping 3 hours a night. I got this massive caseload. He said, listen, man, you need to find another job. That's too much work. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put you on a medical leave for 3 months. You're going to wear a heart monitor. You can't work out. You can't drive. You can't go to work. You need to stay at home. And if this monitor goes off, we might have to do a heart procedure. I have no idea. But you need to stay away from that job. So when I was on that medical leave for 3 months, I started asking myself the question, whose dream am I willing to die for? Am I willing to die for my dream or this corporation's dream? You see, all that point, and to that point, the only thing I was focused on is making that company happy, make that CEO happy, do everything I could so I could make his dream get to the level that he wanted to be at. And I was neglecting my own dream. I had a dream I have my own business. I had a dream I have write my own books. I had a dream of making videos like I am now. But I put my dream to the back burner. So therefore, I was not doing anything to make my dream become a reality. But when I was at home all those days and all those nights, and as I was thinking about the fact I was putting myself through so much for somebody else's dream, I made a decision that I hope that you make. And that was the decision that I know one day I'm going to die. You're going to die. But I'm going to make sure that when I get to the end of my life, that I spent my life dying, living my own dream. So my question to you again is, Whose dream are you willing to die for? Are you willing to die for somebody else's dream or die living your own dream? Because one thing is for certain, no matter what you're doing in life, you're either building somebody else's dream, whether that person's on this earth or not. You're building a dream of the CEO of that corporation. You're building somebody's dream in some capacity. But you also have an opportunity to build your own dream. But in order for you to do so, you have to make a conscious decision that you're going to go after the dream that's in your heart. You're going to work towards it. You're going to do all the productive actions necessary to make them happen in your life. So make up your mind today that you're going to die living your own dream, because you are worthy to be great. Listen, check this out. If you somebody and you know you're living your life building somebody else's dream, and you want to finally be productive so you can start building your own dream, I want to encourage you to put the word productivity below and take the opportunity to do a free consultation with me in my productivity coaching program so we can see if my program is a fit for you. You see, the reason I create the Word to Be Great productivity coaching program is for individuals who were in the position I was in that knew they had a dream in their heart, but they was afraid to go after it. So if you want help trying to build your dream, put productivity below in the comment section and I will reach out to you.